everybody. Hey, I didn't know y'all were here. Well, anyway, I'm sure you know who I am. This is Andrew Reams, also known as Dieselducy on YouTube. Well, 30 years ago today, a dream of mine came true, and it is all thanks to Darlene Marlow, who is pretty much my hero in life. Sadly, she has since passed away, but I am simply trying to carry on her legacy of doing good for others. And that is the mission statement of elevaTOURS. Today is a very special day for not only me, but for the genre of elevator filming or elevator photography, however you want to say it in general. Today is June 5th, 2023. And 30 years ago, something very special happened. Before I get started, I want you to grab a big gulp, or in my case, the Dieselducy fuel cup, and fill it up with Diet Pepsi, because I have some stories to tell you. First off, before I get started, I must say a huge thank you to every one of you guys for three things. First, I want to thank you for believing in me enough for me to be able to pursue my passion for over 30 years. Second, I must sincerely thank every last one of you who have believed in me enough to where this channel has over 100,000 subscribers. I never in my wildest dreams imagined that simply taking something I love to the internet would drum up so much interest. Third, again, I have to thank you for enough support to the point where it has enabled me to share over 5,000 videos with all of you guys. That really means a lot to me, and for that I'm very grateful. Yes, this is a 100,000 subscriber, 5,000 video, 30 years of pursuing my passion video, kind of all lumped into one. So I know I've told brief tidbits of my life story before, but today, not only am I going to show you some videos that are yet to come, but I'm going to tell you my history, and obviously the history of elevaTOURS by Dieselducy. My name is Andrew Reams, and I love elevators. That's right, I love elevators. Ever since I was a little kid, I've absolutely loved elevators. And I am an adult with autism as well. Previously known as Asperger's syndrome, now it's called high functioning autism. When I was a little kid, I was super hyper. I couldn't behave myself. My parents didn't know what was wrong with me. And back in the 1980s, they did not know a lot about autism or anything like that. But they did label a lot of people as ADHD. I was one of those people. Not only was I labeled ADHD, I was also diagnosed with anxiety, depression, OCD, topped on top of the ADHD. So I am what I would like to refer as one of the Ritalin guinea pigs. So what happened, I was on all this medicine, and I feel the medicine just made me worse because things were okay when I was a kid, but when I became a teenager and hit puberty and my body chemicals changed, oh boy did I ever crash. I got thrown out of every public school in the St. Louis area. And by the fall of 1990, I was admitted to the child psychiatric ward of St. Louis Children's Hospital, where my parents got me this Game Boy. So this Game Boy serves as a reminder to me about this time period as to where I've come from and where I've been. So yeah, I'm in the child psychiatric ward at St. Louis Children's Hospital because I could just not control myself. And it was at this point where my parents were told, your son is not going to be able to be independent as an adult. He is always going to need some type of help in his life because he will not be able to function. Well, we see how that turned out. Here I am, locomotive engineer for the railroad, silver certified YouTuber, so I think some people back in 1990 were wrong. Well, anyway, you may ask, how did I get to where I am? Well, several things. First of all, a lot of love from my family. Second of all, a small school which sadly is out of business in Mayfield, Kentucky called Shedd Academy, which specialized in kids with disabilities like myself. And third of all, I got to the point where I wanted to succeed in life, and I no longer wanted to be held back by myself. So pretty much, I'll have to say how I found success in life was believing in myself and the love I got from my family. So to all of you parents out there who may have a child that seems difficult, don't ever stop loving them. Don't ever stop believing in them. They need you. To anyone else that is struggling with, I don't even like to use the word disability. I like to use the word unique, because we're not disabled, we're special. We're all beautiful in our own way, and you are beautiful. So to anyone else who is unique, love yourself, accept who you are, and realize that you're a beautiful person. All right, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about that journey from where I was to where I am now. In 1990, after I got out of the hospital, I had been thrown out of every school in St. Louis, public school, as well as Westminster Christian Academy, which was anything but Christian, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, I couldn't go to school. Back to my hero, Darlene Marlow. Darlene Marlow found out about this small school in Western Kentucky called Shedd Academy that specialized in learning disabled children, people with dyslexia, ADHD, and other disabilities, or uniquenesses, as I like to say. For someone like myself, what I needed was a highly structured environment. So my parents contacted the school called Shedd Academy, which Darlene Marlow put my dad in touch with, and Paul and Mary Thompson ran the small 501c3 nonprofit school. So, kicking and screaming, I went down there for the summer of 1991, and in just a 6-week program, I gained about 2 years worth of academic level as well as maturity. So now I'm back on par where a normal 8th grader should be, at least academically. So as far as my behaviors, I was 13 years old, I would throw random temper tantrums just in public. I was unmanageable. How did I get broken of this? One thing, one word, structure. People with my condition benefit very well from structure in their life. At this school, it was a boarding school, every minute of my day was structured. So if you have a child who is having issues, structure can do a lot. Structure their day out, structure what they do. Structure was the key to my success. I did so well during the summer session of 1991. I sat down with my parents and agreed to go to school there full time. First year was amazing. I went from probably, at the time, a 4 or 5 year old mentality back up to a 13 or 14 year old mentality, which is where I was supposed to be. And it was all because of the structure in my life. I did so well in high school at this school. My senior year, I got to be integrated into a small private school called Northside Baptist Christian School, which was a great place for me. I met some people who I'm still friends with to this day there. I graduated high school on time in 1995, where I went off to college, Murray State University. That's right, as they called me in middle school, retarded Reamsoid is now in college. I got called that a lot when I was in middle school. College was really hard for me. At 18 years old, I was nowhere near ready to join the workforce, so that's why my dad sent me to college. During high school and college, I worked every summer at the Mayfield McDonald's, which taught me a lot of valuable life skills in the workplace. College took me 6 years because I only carried 12 credit hours a semester. School was hard for me, and thanks to the Americans with Disabilities Act and Murray State University has an excellent program for students with learning disabilities. And that and the Americans with Disabilities Act is what got me through college, where I got a degree in organizational communication with a minor in production printing, which organizational communication is in the management field. So I graduated college and I ended up getting a job as a truck driver. Yep, just because you get a college degree doesn't mean you have to use it. So yeah, that's right. In 2003, I became a truck driver for Schneider National, which I drove for various companies up until 2007, when I hired onto Norfolk Southern Railroad, which is where I am currently a locomotive engineer, and I love my job. So now that we're at 2007, this is where we jump back into elevaTOURS. I know this is going to seem like we're bouncing all around my life. 2007 has a lot to do with elevaTOURS. But before I get into that, I want to tell you about my love of elevators. The first elevator I ever remember riding was the Montgomery elevator at the famous bar store in Des Peres, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis. My mother takes me to the elevator. I'm a little scared. She tells me to push the button. This wall opens up, and she says it will magically transport us somewhere else. Get inside, and I think it was the women's lingerie department. The doors close up. 30 seconds later, they open up, and there's boom boxes in front of me, and I thought this was magic. And ever since then, I just loved riding elevators. And of course, we had to ride it again. Believe it or not, there was also a time I was terrified of elevators. And this also relates to some of my uniqueness, because I don't like the word disability. I think it was 1986. We were in Sanibel Island, Florida. It was actually 1988. And we were in the Gulf Beach condominium, and they had an elevator there. I went outside, started riding up and down. My mother is standing outside the door after about the third trip. The door opens, and Mom is standing there, and she says, "You need to stop riding it up and down, because you'll burn out the motor, and then you'll have to pay for it with the allowance for the rest of your life." That kind of scared me, so I go back out to ride the elevator. I go up and down, I let it cool off, up and down, let it cool off. I'm riding up and down for about an hour straight, and then the elevator stalls in between floors. Of course, elevators did not have phones back then, so I pressed the alarm button. I'm terrified of loud noises, so I just gave it a little tap, because I was afraid it was going to be loud, but it wasn't too loud, so I just laid on the alarm bell. After about 5 minutes, the door opens, and there's like 2 or 3 people outside the elevator because they heard the alarm bell going off. Well, anyway, from that point on, it would be about 3 or 4 years of pretty much terrified to where I just would not ride an elevator. Then in summer of 1990, we're at the same condo, the same vacation, Sanibel Island. I walked down the hallway to the elevator that trapped me previous. So I walked down the corridor to the elevator. I told my mom, I said, "I'm just going out for a walk. I'll be back in a little while." And she said, "Okay." I walked down, pressed the call button. Elevator comes, opens, closes. I press the call button again, watch it open and close again. Press the call button again, I get in the elevator. I'm holding the door open button. I release the door open button, let it close with me in it. I press the door open button, the door opens. Let it close again. I press the ground floor button. Elevator descends, opens up. I press the button for the second floor. Elevator closes, goes up, opens. I walk down the corridor to the apartment we're staying in, and Mom goes, "You're back quick." I said, "Yeah, I just rode the elevator." And Mom goes, "Bullshit. You're terrified of elevators." I said, "Mom, I rode the elevator." Yes, I get a little bit emotional telling some of these stories, sorry. I take Mom, I show her, I take her down the hall, I get in the elevator and ride it. My mom started crying and started running down the hallway. "Barney, Barney, he's not afraid of elevators anymore." Barney is my dad's name. That's the story word for word about how I got over my fear of elevators. So now that brief hiccup in my life with my love of elevators is over, and keep in mind, the whole time I was terrified of elevators, I was still doing research. Back in the day, you didn't have the internet, so I was reading books on elevators, and that's where I really learned a lot about how they work and stuff. Ever since pretty much 1990, I've been full throttle, just enjoying elevators. All right, that's a little bit about my passion for elevators, the one hiccup in it. How did I get started with elevaTOURS? We're at that point now, 1988. I was looking at a National Geographic magazine. I was in 5th grade. And in this magazine, I saw this photo, which is up on your screen right now, and I saw a video camera in my classroom. I looked at the photo, I looked at the video camera, I was like, I want to take a video of that elevator. And ever since 1988, it was my dream to go to the Marriott Marquis and film the elevator with a video camera. Okay, now let's fast forward to 1993. We're jumping all over my life, but all this is wrapped together somehow. In May of 1993, I was sitting in my room playing Nintendo. And I think it was my dad that walked in and he said, "How would you like to go to Atlanta and film the elevator at the Marriott Marquis?" I jumped out of my chair and I said, "I'd love to, but we don't have a video camera." And here we go back to my hero, Darlene. Darlene Marlow was my dad's secretary. That's how she was in my life. She is a big reason that I am sitting here today talking to you guys, because she is a big part of the reason that I got the help I needed for my uniqueness. So, Darlene's sister lived in Atlanta, Georgia. She had just gotten a handy cam, and Darlene told my dad that she was willing to let me use this handy cam to videotape the elevator I wanted to ride at the Marriott Marquis. So in 1993, Darlene Marlow took me to Atlanta, Georgia. And just due to the logistical aspect of where we got downtown, I didn't get to film the elevator I had come down there to see first. We went to the Hilton Hotel. I had a big old handy cam in hand. I mean, it took 2 hands to hold this thing. We go into the Hilton Hotel, June 5th, 1993. And I believe it was the car on the left of the internal elevators. That is the first elevator I ever filmed in 1993. Hence, pioneering the genre as we know today as elevator film. We're going to jump around again back to 2007. How does that apply to this story? Well, 2007, I hired on at Norfolk Southern Railway, and the training center was in Atlanta, Georgia. And thanks to a friend of mine named Bill, in 2006, I had created a YouTube account. And he told me about YouTube, and I was like, "What's YouTube?" And back then, I was really active on Flickr. I'm still there, but I'm not super active. And he says, like, Flickr for videos. I take my Sony T1 camera out on the front porch and shoot this iconic video that you guys have probably seen a million times. Yeah, I know you've seen that video a lot, but that's where I got my start on YouTube. So now I'm down in Atlanta. I have this YouTube thing. And I'm sitting in my hotel on a day off, and I'm thinking, I'm going to go film the 1993 elevators and put them on YouTube. So I got some really lousy takes of them with my archaic T1 camera, put them on YouTube, and then just forgot about YouTube. Well, a few months later, my email starts blowing up. Subscriber from YouTube, subscriber from YouTube, comment on your YouTube video, comment on your YouTube video. I'm like, what's going on? So I log into my YouTube account. It has like 30 subscribers or something, maybe 50, I don't remember. And my videos of the Atlanta Hilton and Atlanta Marriott Marquis had racked up several hundred views and a bunch of comments. And I'm sitting there looking at my computer screen thinking, who's watching this stuff? I thought I was the only one that loved elevators. I'm scrolling through my comments. One of the person that commented on my videos, it was funny because, yes, even back then they had related videos, was Music Freak CC. And I looked to the right of the screen and there's another video of the Hilton Atlanta elevator. And I'm like, oh my gosh, someone else has filmed it. So I click on the video and I'm like, wow, there's other people doing this now. And a lot of the comments on my videos were telling me to film more elevators, film more elevators, film more elevators. And I was thinking people only wanted to see glass elevators. And at that point, when I started looking at Connor's channel, I realized that people wanted to see any elevator. So the first elevator I filmed after the ones in Atlanta was the Elmwood Park Garage. And yes, this was on the T1. This was on the T1. So I filmed that, and then I just went around Roanoke filming every elevator I could, and my channel basically took off. And I guess pretty much the rest is history. Here we are now. And the funny thing about the first elevator I put up on YouTube, it was back in 2006, I think it was, October. After I put my first video up on YouTube, I had just gone through my memory cards of these old digital cameras and posted some of the videos, so it was almost an accident. But I pretty much got the first hobbyist-related elevator on YouTube. So I hope you've learned a little bit about me, my mission of elevaTOURS, which is doing good for others, and my humble life. If this story helps at least one person watching this video, I feel like I've done my job. Obviously, this YouTube channel has grown exponentially to the point where I'm well known in the autism community and in the elevator industry for what I do. Like, just earlier this year, I got invited to TKE's headquarters where I got to see their twin elevator, which is on your screen now, which was totally awesome. I have started a small elevator museum, which pretty much caters toward autistic people. I'm at the point now, and have pretty much been this way for the past 7-8 years, I look at my YouTube channel as an autism outreach. And the elevators are simply the vehicle I use to connect with people with autism. And it's not just people with autism. Anyone that loves elevators is obviously welcome on this channel and welcome to come visit my elevator museum. So in the past few years, a lot's changed in my life. I'm now in a very healthy relationship. I've lost almost 80 pounds just by exercising and watching what I eat. For the first time in life, I feel like I am truly happy. So part of getting old is you get a little scatterbrained. I hope this whole story has made sense to you, but now we're at the point in the video where we are going to celebrate the 30th anniversary of elevator filming. I'm going to start by taking you back to 1993, where we're going to go to the Hilton, the Hyatt, and the Marriott. Back to back to back, uninterrupted, no talks in between videos. I'm just going to let you enjoy the first 3 elevator videos I ever took, and then we're going to come back.
Bye, Darlene.
Bye.
Wait at the camera. Going up. Oh! I went down. Now we should be going up. Up. Elevator stopping. Elevator going down. Okay. Down. Stop. Down. We're stopping in the lobby. On the 2nd floor. We are now going to the lobby down 1 level. Okay, here we are. Bye. The elevator is stopping. Okay, the elevator is reversing to go to the lobby. Here, doors are staying open. The elevator is getting ready to descend. Going down. We are stopping for some reason. We are going back down. The elevator is stopping. We have one more floor to go before we hit the lobby. We are not. There we go. Okay, we are now at lobby. Okay. Top floor. Look at this elevator, it is so fancy. We are going back to the basement. Here we go. We're stopping.
Make it stop.
See, look if you have the key or the latency clock.
We're in the lobby.
Going down. Going down. Convention level includes Marquis Ballroom and Imperial Ballroom. Going up.
That's how high the elevator goes, way up there. I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it. Okay, we are going.
All right, that was the elevators in 1993. Now, I'm sure you want to see how they're doing in 2023. Let's go back to Atlanta in 2023.
Please insert key card and card reader at top floor.
and Mai Tai bar. Going up. At a point of view. Going down. And Mai Tai bar. Going up. Going up. At a point of view. Going down. And Mai Tai bar. Going up.
that was fun. Getting to see the elevators 30 years ago and now. So now I guess we're at the point in the video where I'm going to show you some sneak peeks at some cool stuff that's coming up on elevaTOURS. All right, we are going to get to ride the service elevator, the Sears Roanoke. I've seen this on film, and it's there. I've always wanted to ride this elevator. Takes a minute for it to level in because it's such a big car. We're going to take a couple guys all the way up to do a full run in it. Look at those buttons. So this was originally a 1,000-foot-minute car also, and does run pretty much the whole way to the building. Unfortunately, the floor indicator doesn't work. So we were just under another 40 stories to go. This is 102. You guys want to come out? Or? You know, just the mechanical aspects of this is beautiful how they did this back in the day. And the
fact that the guys have kept it all running like a Swiss watch. I am going to close this back up if you guys are good.
Yep.
Yes, that was pretty cool. No one else has ever gotten a video of the service elevator at the Sears Tower, or as they call it now, the Willis Tower. It's always the Sears Tower. Except for me and Jason, and a huge thanks to my friend with OTIS Elevator for arranging that tour. Alright, at this point, we'll take a look at a few more unreleased videos from some recent filming trips. there's crap in there.
Let's go to 17.
Another private building. Oh wow, this is old school. What kind is it?
American car side. Look, if you look up there, you can see the lake.
Wow.
Knocking.
Car side.
That
It's
is
got a
epic.
car top.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Ready to go to B?
Yep. That was easy enough.
Let me
can film this.
Open the door.
Let's go up to 2. What we'll do is we'll go to 2 and calm down. Okay. This thing's awesome. You want to take some photos? If we just get stuck. Oh no. Should it be?
I hit 1.
Oh, are we about to crash?
Something tells me this thing is not going to work right. Let's try to get to 1.
I don't know if I trust it. I don't want to get stuck.
I don't really either. It was shut off.
Yeah. I guess we get out down here.
Try to here.
Try calling it up.
Like that.
On the sea.
Very smooth going down, but that is pathetic level. All right, we're here in my basement, and there's the washing machine that Jimster gave us, along with the dryer. I have TJ here. What are you getting ready to do?
I'm getting ready to start this scooter right here on camera.
All right, mount up. Sit on the seat.
That. Is it
This
time?
has been on YouTube many times.
All right, what you do, you turn the key on.
You even rode the elevator down.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do it from watching the YouTube videos, TJ?
Hold the brake lever. You have to hold the brake on. Press the gray button.
What gray button?
Now let him do it, Nick. Press the gray button.
Okay.
All right, let go of it. And now if you want, you can turn that just a little bit and then let go of it.
Turn it.
Pull it toward you and then let go of it.
Okay. Turn it just a little bit.
Yeah, like this.
See, that's how he makes it go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now to turn it off, all you do is turn the key off.
All
So
right.
I started Dieselducy scooter right here on camera.
Wow.
All right, and that's it. Yeah, I would love that.
Unfinished stainless steel door.
You can see where they're going to put the window and stuff in it, right?
This is
Here's a panel. Sam Goody, that used to be a CD shop. Let's see. Let's go in here. Oh, wow, we're going to go in here. Let's go in here. Come on. Come in.
Is it gonna lock?
No, come on in. Come in. Don't hit that bar, though. Don't just come in, but don't hit the emergency bar. Just let it shut. It ain't gonna, nothing gonna happen. Don't hit the emergency bar because we don't set the alarm off. Look at this. This used to be a CD, Sam Goody. This used to be a record store. Let's see if there's any CDs back here. Have you ever heard of this store?
Never heard of this yet.
Oh, crap.
Oh, wow.
Let's look at the date on this newspaper. 2009.
I need to make a little video of this.
Let's try getting out into the store. This door right here will go out into the store. Oh, wow, come here. This is inside the old Sam Goody store. Wow. Focus. This used to be a music store, y'all. So, yeah. We don't want to be out in this area with our lights on too long. Because there is still security here. I don't think we want to get caught in here. Yeah, this used to be where the cash register was, but yeah. See, this is where they used to have tapes and CDs and everything. So as you see, we have no shortage of cool content coming to elevaTOURS. I guess we're getting to the point in the video where it's almost about to say bye to y'all, but before I go, I must give some special thanks out here. The first special thanks goes to all of you guys. Because if it wasn't for you guys on the other side of this camera, there would be no elevaTOURS by Dieselducy. There would be no Autism outreach. There would be no elevator museum. If it wasn't for you guys, elevaTOURS would not exist. Second of all, I must thank my family, my late mother, my father, my sister. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for believing in me when you were told that I would be nothing, that I would be in an institution. Thank you for the love and support. Darlene Marlow, you are my hero in life. You are my unsung hero in life, darling. I miss you so bad. Whenever I have a problem in life, you were the first person I would call. You were always there for me. If it wasn't for you, Darlene, I would not be where I am today. Another person I must thank is probably the best friend I've ever made. And that too has come through elevaTOURS. Jason. Jason, you have helped run this channel when I got busy. You are one of the funnest people I have ever traveled with. We have all sorts of amazing adventures when we go out to get content. You're there for me. You respect me. You listen to me. You are everything that I could ask for in a best friend. And lastly, the last person I have to mention, but this is by no means of an order of importance. Zach, my partner. Wow, I've been going for an hour talking in front of this camera. Zach, I'm never going to say anything bad about my previous relationship, but I will have to say, Zach, you get me, you support me, you let me be me. Zach, I just want to thank you for everything you've done to make my life amazing. So, we're at the point now where I guess it's time to say, until next time, bye y'all. The video's over, but it doesn't have to be. You can always watch more, and you know what to do. And don't forget to subscribe and light up that bell. Until next time, bye y'all.